if you're a cheese and onion pie lover, stay tuned and carry on watching how I made this delicious cheese and onion pie. So what we're going to first do is slice up 4 medium to large onions. Get ready for the tears. And then you're going to finely slice them. Do that with all 4. And trust me, it looks like a whole lot of onions, but they're going to reduce in size a whole lot once you start boiling them. You can steam them, but I'm going to boil them today. So what I've done now, I've got a pan, and I've put a bit less than half of water in it, and I'm going to put all of that inside the water. And what we're going to do is add a slight amount of salt, give it a mix. Also the salt is just for the onions to soften up a bit faster and get rid of all that smell, you know, the onion smell, to get rid of that. And we're going to boil that in a flame of medium to high for about let's say about 30 minutes or so. So as you can see, the water has reduced quite a lot, more than half, and all the onions have softened up. So what I'm going to do is drain them out into a bowl. And I'm going to wash them out with cold water. And I'm going to squeeze out all the excess water from it as much as I can. So once I've squeezed them out, I'm going to redo it again to get all the excess water out. Put it back in the bowl. And look who we got beside us. He's always there underneath my toes. God knows how many times I've stepped on him. Milky! Milky! He'll be sitting like that next to me whilst I'm in the kitchen, no matter how long it is. Like, let's get back now. So now to the onions, we're going to add a slight bit of salt. We don't want too much salt in it because the cheese we're going to put in, that's got a load of salt in, so we don't want to overpower with salt. So, and we're going to add some black pepper. That's going to be about a tablespoon. Now to that, we're going to add 300 grams of grated coloured cheddar. And we're going to add in same amount of the white cheddar grated. We're going to give it a good mix. Can't be anything like a homemade cheese and onion pie, and it's absolutely easy to make. And today I'll be using the ready rolled shortcrust pastry, just so because I've got loads of other stuff to cook today, so I haven't got the time to actually do everything from scratch. And it's so easy to make the shortcrust pastry. You only need is all-purpose flour, a bit of salt and some butter. That's all it needs. So I've blended all that in together, combined them all in. Now what we're going to do is add 2 eggs to it. So cracking the eggs. The reason for adding the eggs, for me anyway, is the texture at the end, that chewy texture you get with the cheese and the onion. So for me it's really important to put the eggs in. And there we go, our mixture is ready. You can get these from any supermarket. So some people, they'll put the shortcrust pastry on the bottom, at the bottom and on the top, but I prefer just at the bottom, not on the top. So I'm gonna, right, so we need a dish for that now. So I've got 2 9-inch dishes I'm going to be using, because I'm going to be making one for my sisters and then one for my home. So what we're going to do is lightly grease the tins. You can use oil or butter. And we're going to carefully put the puff pastry, sorry, what's it called now, shortcrust pastry. So don't worry about the edges, you can always rip them off and add them on. So by all means, if you like crust at the top, put another layer on top. So after this, we're going to get a fork and we're going to punch holes in them so that it gets cooked properly, baked. And we're going to put them in a preheated oven for about 5 to 7 minutes on its own as it is, to get the underneath a bit cooked. On gas mark, to neaten it up, we're going to cut around the edges, get the extra pastry off. And you get quite a bit left over, so you can actually roll them up again and use it for the top. And that's how it's supposed to be. Now you're going to put in a preheated oven, gas mark 80, for about 5 to 7 minutes. So guys, whilst they're in the oven, I'm actually going to use this to make a top line, because I'm making two. I'm going to make one with pastry on top and one without, all because I don't really want to waste this amount. You can by all means put them back in the fridge or freezer, use it for another time, but I'll make use of it now. Looking at that, don't you think I'd be making a perfect round paratha or roti? Those Bengalis are good at that too. It's not only the Indians or the Pakistanis. I think that should be big enough now. Now we'll wait for the pastries to get cooked. So now that's been in the oven for about 5 minutes, partially cooked. I've let it cool down a bit, and now we're gonna bang the filling in. I'm being so lazy today. I'm using the same spoon in everything, so I don't have to have extra washing up afterwards. Spread it evenly around all over. And now what we're going to do is put the top layer on this one. And tighten the edges, pressing. Cut off all the edges. Is there any edges on our round tin? And with a fork, ready to go in the oven. We're gonna get an egg now and egg wash the top of it to get it shiny. So there we are with the 2 pies, one with the topping and one as it is. So what we're gonna do is get egg wash and wash it all over, paste it all over. I'm struggling to use words today, seriously. So I put 40 minutes in the oven, about 40 minutes, and yeah, they're done now. So guys, this is both of them done. One with the shortcrust pastry on the top and the other one without. So my sisters are here, around here now, so gonna enjoy this. So guys, hope you enjoyed watching this. It's time for me to go and enjoy this now. So until next time, bye.